Hey guys, Shukesh here. So finally iOS 14 is here, and today in this video I will show you the most awesome tips and tricks, the jaw-dropping features. I will not just give you a demonstration. This is for advanced users, so you can get the best out of this really big and significant update from Apple, and I have already updated to iOS 14.0.1 which fixes some issues. Now you must have seen how people are customizing the icons on the iOS 14, which looks really cool, so let's start with that. And for your information, it's not natively supported, so launch this shortcuts application and then click on the plus icon here at the top right corner, then click on add action. Now since we want to replace the icons of the applications, let's click on apps and select the application you want to add to the home screen. Here on the camera we get two options, take photos and take videos. So let's go with photos and then click on this small three dots at the top right corner. You get this add to home screen option, which basically adds the shortcut to the home screen. Then you can rename the application or the action to whatever you want, and of course you can leave it blank for a cleaner look. Now to change the icon, click here and choose any photo from your gallery, or you can take a photo instantly. So I have downloaded an icon pack from the web. The link will be in the description below. You get 360 icons of different categories, so let's go with that for the camera, and there you go, it's done. Just click on add and the icon will be added to your home screen for the camera. So this is how it looks. In this way you can customize the interface of iOS 14, make it modern, neat, and there are two things to keep in mind. First of all, once you click on these icons, it directly takes you to the shortcuts window, then only the application will be launched. It doesn't show the shortcuts window for more than half a second, so I can live with that. Another thing is app icon badges also don't show up on these icons, so you can rely on the app library icons that will work just fine, or the notification center for your latest notifications. Next, let me show you one of my favorite new features. First of all, as you know, you can hide any photos or videos on your Photos application. Just click on this icon and swipe up. Click on the hide button, which basically moves the photo to the hidden album, but anybody with a basic iOS experience can actually access your hidden album just like so. In fact, they will be more interested in your hidden album. So what you can do is you can even hide this hidden album from the Photos application. Go to the settings menu, then scroll down to Photos. There you have this option, hidden album. Once you disable this option, the hidden album won't show up on your Photos application. There you go, it's gone. Just like that. If you want to access your hidden photos once again, just enable this option and you get back the hidden album. The scrolling number wheel is gone on the iOS 14, which some of you don't like, but what you can do is you can also tap and swipe up or down for a similar experience, so it's not totally gone. Now for the first time on iOS, the default web browser can be changed from Safari to Chrome or Firefox or any other browser you have downloaded into your iPhone. iOS 14 had this issue that once you restart your iPhone, the default web browser resets to Safari, but it's now fixed with the iOS 14.0.1. iOS 14 also includes cycling routes for the Apple Maps, so you get this new cycle icon, and it also includes the elevation if there is any hill. In fact, it also shows you how much you have to climb. If you want to avoid hills or busy roads, you can turn on these options and the route will be reset. You might already know this. You can basically hide your home panels. If you swipe down here on the bubbles, you can scroll in between home panels, and if you tap and hold for the jiggle mode and tap on the bubbles at the bottom, you get the home panel view, and you can disable whatever pages you want to hide. Then click done. Now you get a very clean, intuitive interface for your iOS 14 devices, and since there is a separate app library, this won't be an issue at all. So instead of keeping all the games and apps on your home panels, let the app library handle that. In fact, app library categorize all the apps and games, so it will be much easier to access, and of course you can spotlight search. Now what makes it even better than Android is you can get back those home panels or pages just like so. This can be a clever way to hide your sensitive apps and games from your friends and family. On iOS 14, Apple is taking your privacy very seriously, so whenever any app is trying to access your camera, a small green bubble appears at the top just like a notification LED, so that you can get an idea about the application just by swiping down the control center, and there you get the app name here at the top. So if any application, which can be any system or third-party application, is snooping on you using the cameras, you can be aware of that. And not only that, even when an app is done with the camera access, you can still check the recent application that accessed your camera from the control center, like Snapchat recently. Not only that, iOS 14 lets you monitor your microphone access as well on the phone. So whenever any application, any website, any hacker or any hidden application is accessing your microphone secretly, you can actually swipe down the control center and check the application, and also the color of the bubble is orange now, so that you know your microphone is being accessed by somebody. And of course you can check the recent app that has used your mic. Such an awesome feature on this iOS 14, I just love it. Guys, let me now share with you a hidden feature of the Notes application. Let's switch to the drawing mode. Now let me draw something like a circle, maybe a triangle or a rectangle. Drawing proper shapes with fingers is almost impossible, but now with iOS 14 there is this auto shape recognition. So once you are done with the drawing, you can keep holding your finger on the screen and the phone will suggest and replace with proper shapes that you are trying to draw. So that's an awesome feature, I will say. With the iOS 14, Apple is taking your privacy very seriously, so they have introduced this new feature called precise location on or off. There are numerous applications in your phone that are always tracking you when you are using the app, so what you can do is you can disable precise location inside those app settings, so now they can't really specify which location you are at. They can only determine your approximate location. So even if you allow them to track you, for some reason they can't get your exact location. So that's next level privacy. When apps try to access your photos, there is no need to allow them to access all the photos you have on the phone. In fact, you can select some photos, you can allow maybe an album you have created separately for that application. So next time you want to edit a photo or some of your photos with an application, first create an album with those photos and allow access to that album only, which keeps your other personal photos safe. One of the most talked about feature on iOS 14 is sound recognition. You can add a control center shortcut or access the settings from the settings menu. Go to accessibility settings, then scroll down to sound recognition. Now, though this feature is mainly developed for people having hearing difficulties, I think it can be useful for a lot of us Maybe you are on your earphone listening to music or watching a video. Your phone may notify you if the fire or the smoke alarm goes off, if your dog is barking, or you have somebody at the door, you kept the water running, the car is honking, or maybe there are sound from your appliances, and most importantly your baby is crying. This is so handy for people having hearing problems. Maybe your hearing aid is not working, and what I like most about this feature is whatever the sound detector detects, it actually shows the timing, so you can get an idea when that situation happened. So maybe your baby cried at 4 in the morning, or somebody rang the doorbell when you were at shower. So as you can see, I have knocked on the table and it has recognized that somebody knocked. The time shows now, so maybe you can keep a phone at your home, track different sounds, so that can be really interesting. The next feature I'm going to show you was exclusively iPhone 11 feature. Now it's for everybody having iOS 14 on their iPhone. If you want to take a quick video, you have to swipe to the video mode, but if you want to quickly take a video, you can simply swipe right the shutter button and it starts recording right away without any kind of delay. In fact, if you don't swipe all the way to the right, you can keep holding the shutter, and when you are done, just leave it. If you swipe left, you can take burst photos. With iOS 14, you can take 90% faster burst, that is multiple photos on your iPhone. I will talk more about that in a minute. One thing to keep in mind, in this quick take video mode, the video resolution is set to 1080p at 30 fps. Another way to quick take video is tap and hold the volume down button with your hand, and there you go, it's now recording a video. Once you leave the volume rocker, the phone switches to the photo mode, and of course with a single tap you can take photos, so switching in between photo and video mode is as easy as that. Now let's discuss how is it possible for your iPhone to take 90% faster burst photos. Well, in the camera settings there is this new option, prioritize faster shooting. So instead of capturing images in full resolution and quality, the camera will prioritize faster shooting so that you don't miss any important shot. You can also mirror your front camera images, and let me show you why it's needed. Let me take a photo with my left hand up, and once I check the preview, it seems like my right hand is up. I mean, the photo flipped to give you the actual photo view. So if you want, you can keep the photo as you take, as shown on the phone's viewfinder. So this is something you might need. With iOS 14, Apple introduced this new sleep mode for better sleep and better health. Here in the clock application, as you can see, the sleep and wake up schedule is right at the top, and you need to first set up your sleep routine. So let me go through this process and give you an idea what it does. So this sleep mode can help you get to bed on time. It can also keep away distractions, and you can set up your sleep goal, how much you want to sleep every night. Next, input your bedtime and wake up timing. If the duration is less than your sleep goal, the color changes to orange, so keep that in mind. Once you are done here, click add, and you can actually have a different schedule for every day of the week. So maybe you want to sleep more on Sundays, so you can do that. Then click on next. This is where you can enable sleep mode, which basically turns on do not disturb, and simplify your lock screen to minimize distractions. And next we have this wind down, which basically allows you to turn on sleep mode even before you go to bed. This is like your me time. Maybe you want to read a book or do something on your own, listen to music and all, and wind down shortcuts basically add some shortcuts features that are essential to the lock screen you might need before you go to bed. Maybe you want to listen to some music using Apple Music, or you want to take a note, so you can add the shortcuts just like so. Now with this iOS 14 update, we get an idea about the screen frame rate of the upcoming iPhone 12, because in some of the iPhones you get this limit frame rate option to up to 60 fps, which will save battery, though this option is not there on this iPhone XS Max, but you might find it on your iPhone 11. It's under accessibility and then motion settings. The option will be at the bottom. Now on, you can sign into websites with Apple. There is no need to input your email ID, your phone number, or any of your personal data. Apple will create an email ID for you and provide necessary information which will safeguard your personal data. I mean, a lot of websites wants you to log into their website to collect information like your email, your name, phone number, etc. But if you wish, you can hide your email if you sign with Apple. It's such a lifesaver. I mean, these websites collect your data and sends you promotions, spams. So instead of logging in with your email ID or with your Google, Facebook accounts, you can use this Apple service. Another Apple feature I find very useful under password settings. You will get an option called security recommendation. What it does is it actually keeps a track, or you can say monitor securely your passwords and alert you if they appear in known data leaks. And if you use the same password maybe on Facebook or your email and also maybe some public websites, then this will alert you that you should not use the same password for this website. You should definitely change it. So do that. In fact, maintain multiple passwords and never use your email, Facebook, or other sensitive passwords on third-party web pages or apps that are not so personal or important. Now under privacy settings, there is a new option, local network. In here you can control the apps that have requested permission to find and communicate with other devices in your local network. So if you are on a local network, you can monitor the apps that are trying to access your network. So this is another privacy settings you might want to check. Guys, now let me share with you a very interesting feature of iOS 14. Sometimes we copy things to clipboard and then forget. On iOS 14, whenever you paste something from the clipboard, it actually shows the source of that text, media, or anything else here at the top of the screen, like messages pasted from YouTube. So now you know where this is from. One of my most favorite new features on this iOS 14 is that you can now actually send text messages, iMessages, or even WhatsApp messages with Siri. So let me give you a demo. Hey Siri, send a WhatsApp message to Wi-Fi A.
What do you want to say?
How are you doing?
Your WhatsApp message to Wi-Fi A says, "How are you doing?" Ready to send it?
Send.
Okay, it's sent.
So that's how it works. So useful. No need to touch your phone, look for the contact, type the message, send it. It's as easy as that, and Siri doesn't take the whole screen. It's basically a pop-up on your existing app. So maybe you are gaming, you want to send a text message or WhatsApp message, you can command Siri and Siri will do it for you without you leaving the game. So that's so cool, guys. Next, let's talk about this revolutionary new feature called app clips. Maybe you are visiting a store, you need to download their app. No need to download the whole application from the app store. You can basically download an app clip of that web page or that application, which will be less than 10 MB, and even if they don't have any official app on the app store, there are services like Yelp which will help them create app clips, and you can log in with Apple without sharing your personal data like your name, your email ID, and you can also pay with Apple Pay. So full on privacy, it's much faster to download, and it will show up automatically on the lock screen, maybe on the maps, on your messages, on the Safari browser whenever you visit those stores and search for them. So this is how iOS 14 makes your life smoother, faster, and much more enjoyable without sacrificing your privacy. iOS 14 also introduces this awesome new feature which enables your iPhone or your Apple Watch to act as your car key. These are the phones that are compatible, and if you are a BMW owner, you can try this feature right away. There are several ways to pair your phone with your car. To know more about this feature, visit the Apple support page and make your ride smoother and hassle-free. Guys, this video is getting really long, and I haven't talked about this new app library, the widgets, and other awesome new features of iOS 14. So what I will do is I will upload a second episode of this tips and tricks video, so make sure you keep in touch with this channel. I will also upload videos on customizing your iOS 14. I hope that this video was interesting. If so, then give a thumbs up and also share with your friends and family.